this is our boat to take us up to where we're going to go, out in the jungle. We tied up on the side. The current's way stronger on this side of the river. On the other side over there is the port of Pucallpa. We just crossed over. And looked over. And this is a house that we're on, a floating house, and it's maintained by these ropes so it doesn't get washed away. 6:30 in the morning, leaving the port of Pucallpa. So we're all loaded up. We're on the river Ucayali, and we're heading upstream this river for a while, then we'll turn off into a side river to head up to the lakes area where we're going. Should get there in about 5 or 6 hours, hopefully. So there's the Ucayali continuing in that direction, but here's where we turn off onto one of the side rivers to head up to the lakes. A lot of branches and logs floating down the rivers, mainly on the Ucayali River, but also on the smaller ones. Occasionally a river dolphin would pop up in front of us. If you don't see any, don't worry, I'm sure there'll be a few more when we get up to the lakes. Actually, I think there's one in front of the boat now, but you mainly just see the ripples that they make. They like hanging out where the lake meets the rivers. That's where the fish are, so we should see some further on. Sloths like to eat these trees here with the white bark and the big leaves, so I was keeping an eye out for them. They're quite easy to spot because of the big round silhouettes on those narrow branches. People don't usually bother them because they're not very good to eat, apparently. So I've seen them quite close to the city. On this occasion, I didn't manage to see any while I was filming video, so I put in a few photos I'd taken on previous trips to the jungle. I was also keeping an eye out for iguanas because they like to sit on branches that overhang the water, so they can make a quick getaway into the water if something gets close to them. But once again, I only have photos. I didn't manage to see any during filming the video. It's a perfect spot for finding iguanas, but they were camera shy this time. I see those pendulous birds' nests quite frequently along the river. They make their biggest colonies where there's a hornet's nest because the hornets don't bother them, but they provide them some protection. There are a few varieties of the birds which make these nests. They all have the same body shape, but they have different colours. The most common one in these areas is the black and gold coloured one. There are also kind of drab brown coloured ones or ones with a red stripe across the back, but these ones are the most common around here. There's not too many overhanging cliffs like this, so wherever there are, they're usually filled up with kingfishers' nests. They burrow into the clay. They're pretty big size kingfishers, these ones. They're about a stand as tall as a rabbit when a rabbit's sitting up. I'll cut the video here so it's not too long and continue in the next installment.